Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Travis Willis, and this will be my introduction for the course. Sorry for the shaky screen, and unfortunately, when I did this on my laptop, the upload wouldn't go through. So, in a last ditch effort, I'm just going to attempt to do this until I can figure out for next week's assignment. So, I'm going to go ahead and start recording, and then we'll go through the process, um, even though it's a little redundant. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at the beginning. Okay, out of high school, I joined the Marine Corps. I was in the infantry with 3rd Battalion, 2nd Marine Division. After about 4 years of service, my wife and I moved out to California. In California, I ended up joining the Air Force Reserves, which I still currently work for. And I also started in law enforcement out there as a juvenile correctional officer. We lived in California for about 8 years, and we decided that it just wasn't really uh, cutting it for us. I mean, we couldn't really do it financially. It just wasn't the kind of place we want to raise our kids. So we decided to move somewhere else. In that somewhere else, we ended up with Texas. I currently live in Waco, Texas, with my wife and 3 kids, ages 10, 6, and 4. We are happy to be here. I've been loving it for the past 2 years. Um, I switched to adult corrections when we moved to Texas. Shortly after we got here, I ended up going on a deployment to Qatar with the Air Force. After my deployment, I decided I wanted to get out of law enforcement so I'd have a better opportunity to advance my career in education. And that's when I ended up at Caterpillar. You guys might be familiar with them. They make farming equipment, industrial building equipment, generators that hospitals use, and backup internet servers, all that kind of stuff all around the world. It's vastly used, and because I work for them and because of what I do in the Air Force as a 2T2 in air transportation, I decided to go into a logistics management bachelor's degree. So that is what I'm pursuing. Hopefully, I'll get there. This might be a rough start, but here I am, anyways. What I like to do in my very, very limited spare time, talking maybe like a couple hours a week, I do enjoy movies and video games. This is a website that showcases some of that, but it's a hobby. I've been doing it since before I can remember, and it's just something I enjoy, and I get a lot of value out of. Um, I don't know a whole lot about software applications, and unfortunately, I can't really think of anything that would kind of reinvent the wheel. Um, but one thing that has had a huge impact on my life is the home security systems and the applications it has, and how easily accessible it is. When I was on my deployment, somebody trespassed on my property and vandalized my house while my wife and kids were gone, and I was gone as well. I was deployed. I was only about a month in, and it was a really rough way to start my deployment. I wasn't happy, and I couldn't be there for my wife and kids who felt extremely vulnerable. But with this software, this applications technology, it allowed to, for my wife to have safety and security as a sense of feeling, and for me as well. I could tap into the video cameras from halfway around the world whenever I had internet connection, whenever I wanted to see. I could see past alarms, past footage. I could see a live stream of what was happening. And it just really brought a ton of value to my family. And within that software, it's super easy to navigate. Its network is great. It ties into the entire community, whoever has these. They intertwine, interconnect. You can send messages to each other. You can send alerts to each other. Let everybody know what's happening on the community that you might not know otherwise. So I really, really love this technology. It's really advanced in the past couple decades, and I think a lot of people take it for granted and don't realize how advantageous this is, just to bring safety and security to your home and your neighborhood. That is about as much as I can fit into 4 to 6 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. I hope next week I can do a better job. I was having issues uploading this, but this will have to work for now. If you guys have any tips, let me know. I'll also email the instructor. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and work in the class. Thank you. Bye.